1 minute ago, Oprah started running away. Cash told Warren to leave. Diddy's leaked video shows her dark secret. Big, shocking news came out only an hour ago. Oprah Winfrey, the famous TV star, once loved for her kindness and power, is now hiding from the law. The famous talk show host, who was a symbol of hope and inspiration, is now connected to a scary and sad story. A warrant to arrest her was given, and people say Oprah left the United States and is going to Zurich, Switzerland, after shocking video connected to Sean Diddy Combs' arrest appeared. The video, like a ticking bomb, shows Oprah involved in a bigger secret plan. This video, kept by Diddy for a long time, was hidden deep in Hollywood's most secret places. It is said to show that Oprah helped hide a big secret, including children in bad situations and wrong actions by very powerful people. It says Oprah paid $75 million to keep the video hidden and stop anyone from seeing it. This big news has scared and shocked many people. The FBI is now looking into computer clues that could uncover one of the biggest secret collections in Hollywood's history. It all began when Diddy was taken by the FBI and Homeland Security together. They were checking on trafficking and money crimes. As they put pieces together, Oprah's name came up as a big part of a plan to protect her image. When Diddy was taken, many secrets about powerful people came out, including Oprah. People said she used her TV company to silence people and hide the truth. One worker from her team said Oprah paid millions to hide videos that showed important people doing bad things. This news made people angry, especially on TikTok and Reddit. People were quick to judge. Some fans talked about Oprah's many years of helping others, but many critics wanted the truth. A viral post said she's not running away for rest. She's running away from the law. The FBI is closely following Oprah's steps, and every day they find more proof against her. After this scandal, a new person, Jaguar Wright, spoke up to challenge Oprah's good name. Wright used to be an artist and told people secrets about Oprah. Her live videos, once seen as strange, now help reporters understand Oprah's story. Old interviews Wright had with Piers Morgan were lost, but are now back, making things worse for Oprah. Investigators found scary details, like messages between Oprah and Diddy's team, with names such as Stevie J, about secret events with illegal acts. These messages, taken by federal agents, are key to linking Oprah to a bigger crime group that worked in secret for years. People are now asking one simple question: why did Oprah run away from the country? What was so precious that she would hide it with $75 million more? What big secret did Oprah have to protect? Once seen as a light of hope, she is now at the center of a scandal that could take down some of Hollywood's most powerful people. The question is not just about Oprah anymore. It's about a hidden group of people who have kept secrets for decades. As police get closer, the big question grows: how deep does this secret go? The investigation is still happening, and with every new fact, the web of lies becomes more twisted. The next few weeks will show if Oprah's name will be remembered for betraying public trust, or if she can find a way to be respected again. Oprah Winfrey's quick flight from the United States has shocked the nation. The famous talk show host, who built her world with messages of hope, personal power, and helping others, is now part of a dark story. After the FBI announced they would arrest Oprah for hiding evidence, she ran away on a private plane. Flight records said Oprah's jet, linked to Harpo Inc., took off from Los Angeles, headed for Zurich, Switzerland, a fastidious place known for tricky legal rules about sending people back to other countries. As people heard Oprah had flown away, everyone was angry and surprised. Oprah, a woman loved by millions, was now running from a scandal that might be bigger than anyone thought. Some people defended her, but others asked for justice. It is clear that Oprah's situation is very complicated. The FBI's work has shown scary details that make it look like Oprah was part of a long secret. The case began when Sean Diddy Combs was arrested. The FBI and Homeland Security took him in. He was accused of trafficking and money crimes. They found digital files linking many big Hollywood names to crimes. One of those names was Oprah. When the FBI checked further, they saw something shocking. Oprah supposedly paid $75 million to hide videos that showed children in bad situations and powerful people doing wrong. This is where the story turned very dark. People thought these videos were just rumors, but now they knew they were real. Whistleblower Jaguar Wright helped spread the news. Wright, who once appeared on Oprah's show, said Oprah's lawyers made her delete interviews. Those interviews were shown by Piers Morgan, but disappeared after Oprah's lawyers got involved. Because of that, Wright's story became very big on TikTok and Reddit. People started talking about Oprah's old problems, like the 2007 school scandal in South Africa. The FBI's work is now at a hot point. They have digital proof, including messages between Oprah and Diddy's group. Those messages talk about secret events with illegal actions. They even raided Diddy's house and took some video files from his hard drives, making the case much bigger than before. The proof shows a careful plan that involved Diddy and Oprah. As more facts came out, people began thinking differently about Oprah. Once a hero, her company was now seen as hiding bad things. Reports say she used Harpo Inc. to hide the truth and keep her good image. But why would Oprah go so far to hide these videos? What could be worth that much money? The hidden video is thought to show famous people like actors and politicians caught doing bad things. Now, people think Oprah bought this video from Diddy for $75 million. And everyone is asking why she did that. Why did she feel she had to pay so much to keep quiet? After Oprah ran away, some people who used to work for her began to talk. One old staffer, who stayed anonymous for safety, said Oprah had a team moving media between Los Angeles, Chicago, and Zurich. That person's story helps us see how big this hiding plan was. According to this whistleblower, Oprah did more than protect herself. She was part of the plan to hide important information. Another ex-assistant at Harpo came forward under protection, saying she was told to help move videos for Oprah. This assistant, whose name is secret, says Oprah's media team made sure no bad news hurt her public image. Together, these stories and the digital and money records under investigation show a well-planned cover-up. The FBI's work is now even stronger, and agents are following money clues that link Oprah to strange payments. One of these is a $12.7 million transfer a few days after a private event in the Bahamas called Event 47. This event was said to connect to the video Oprah tried to hide, and it is now very important to the case. The money went from Oprah's helper to Diddy's team, and it clearly links to the hidden video. The Justice Department, Homeland Security, and other agencies are looking at this money closely, and they are also checking other famous people involved in the scandal. But the money is not the only big part of this case. What the video shows has shocked Hollywood and everyone else. Investigators think the video shows powerful people doing bad things with children and drugs. This has made many people very upset and wanting answers. Famous entertainers, big media bosses, and political leaders once seen as untouchable are now under a bright spotlight. As the FBI keeps digging, Oprah's lawyers are trying to slow down her return to the US. They say Oprah is being treated unfairly because of her race and her gender. Some legal experts think that could delay things, but it probably won't stop Oprah from facing charges. At the same time, more scary facts about Diddy's actions have come out, and everyone asks, how big is this secret? The FBI is now checking secret messages, money transfers, and hidden data that show an effort to hide proof. What began as a celebrity scandal is now a major investigation with the whole world watching. The news about Oprah's escape keeps growing, and every new report shows more of the puzzle. People everywhere are watching as this case might reveal a secret group of powerful people hiding bad things for years. One thing everyone knows, the Oprah Winfrey scandal is just starting, and it will affect people for a long time. As the FBI worked more, agents focused on a scary project name whispered at Harpo Inc., Project Silk. At first, people thought Project Silk was a simple plan to stop leaks, but it was actually much more evil. A former Harpo tech worker says it was a safe place in computers, holding huge amounts of very sensitive videos. The folders had secret names that sounded like famous people, politicians, and big business leaders. These files were locked and kept far from the internet, stored in a Swiss computer and copies in the Bahamas. Investigators found a 2016 tape from a Harpo board meeting where a voice like Oprah's said, "If these go public, it's not just careers, it's countries." That short line, shared by reporter Theo Ramirez and checked by experts, shocked the FBI and the Justice Department. It meant Oprah knew about the plans and wanted to hide very dangerous material. The digital teams even saw how the Harpo tech people tried to delete these files so completely that they couldn't be recovered, but agents missed one backup drive during a raid at a private data center in Zurich. That backup had some videos, file lists, and dates from the secret stash. Some file names matched times at the Event 47, that famous luxury party in the Bahamas. Records show $122.7 million was moved from Harpo's secret money accounts to an offshore account linked to Diddy's team. The money was sent 2 days after Event 47 with the note "Black Gold." Federal agents think that money was Oprah buying the main video. Then they confirmed that secret video had pictures of kids filmed without permission doing bad things with drugs and famous people. The Justice Department kept these details secret, but some say a special U.S. Senate meeting saw parts of the video and 2 senators were very shaken. One of them said, "Justice must come, no matter who paid what." Back in Switzerland, Oprah's big house in St. Moritz was watched all day and night. Her lawyers asked for asylum, saying Oprah was being treated unfairly because she is a black woman, but with all the proof against her, it seemed unlikely Switzerland would keep her safe forever. The US asked Switzerland to send Oprah back, saying she tried to block justice, helped hide evidence, and scared witnesses. There were also trafficking charges waiting, but those needed witnesses from other countries to speak. People online changed how they saw Oprah. Reddit exploded with the discussions about Oprah's past. Her old school scandal in South Africa from 2007, once seen as just one problem, was now looked at as part of a pattern of hiding things. A clip showed Oprah refusing to speak about a guest's arrest, saying, "We protect our own." Now, that sounded like she was admitting she hides secrets. Another important witness, Angela, who used to work at Harpo arranging travel and shipping, spoke out. She said that under a deal for legal protection, she helped people travel secretly for events where some of these videos were made. In a TV interview on 60 Minutes, she said, "I thought I was helping a good cause, but I was just booking flights for hidden guests." Her travel logs and money papers matched secret calendars on Diddy's computer, checked by Homeland Security. They used fake names that matched private jet lists to find out who was there. 2 famous actors, 3 music bosses, and a tech billionaire's helper were in these logs, but hidden from the public. At this point, Jaguar Wright became a real important witness. Her earlier TV segment with Piers Morgan was taken down because of legal threats, but it spread on file-sharing sites and Reddit. Experts started checking her story, and even though it seemed all over the place, it matched what the FBI found. Then Monique, the actress and comedian who had criticized Oprah for years, made another public statement. She said, "They said I was a troublemaker for asking questions. Now you know why nobody was supposed to ask." That quote spread all over social media. Even Oprah's longtime friend Gayle King spoke out, not to defend her. She said on TV, "I love Oprah, I do, but love does not mean you get a free pass. This is wrong." In the courtroom, people watched Oprah sitting very still. Her happy empire was gone and she had to face what she did. The closing speeches in court were short but strong. Mr. Haman, the lead prosecutor, stood tall and spoke clearly. He said, "This is not about a celebrity trying to protect a few friends. It is about covering up crimes. Crimes that involved not just big Hollywood people, but children. This was planned, organized, and done to hide the truth." The FBI and Homeland Security had shown all their digital evidence, electronic messages, travel lists, secret server notes, all showing Oprah was the person guarding a group that hurt others. The idea that videos of children in bad situations were kept on her company's computers was enough to shock everyone listening. but the defense team kept going. They tried to show Oprah as a person who made a mistake trying to help others. They talked about her good deeds, like her school in South Africa, and all her charity work that they said maybe she did not see how bad things would get, yet the jury did not seem to change their minds. Angela's words were very strong. She described how she helped move videos between Harpo and Diddy's group, thinking she was doing something good, but she said she realized later it was part of something very bad. The most upsetting moment was when Jaguar Wright spoke in court. She spoke clearly and without fear. She said, "I warned you." Oprah Winfrey was protecting the very people who hurt others. She had all the power, but chose not to act. When she said that, many jurors looked uncomfortable. It was impossible to ignore how serious this was. Oprah Winfrey, once a symbol of hope and power, was now accused of covering up for people who hurt others. Gayle King, Oprah's old friend, also spoke, but she did not defend her. She said, "I love Oprah, I do. But sometimes love is not enough. You must do what is right, not just stay loyal." That was a big blow to Oprah's image. The court was quiet as Oprah stayed silent. Her world had fallen apart, and now she faced the music. The closing arguments were quick, but full of power. Mr. Haman said, "This case is about more than being famous or rich. It's about the victims who were silenced and ignored. It's about a culture that let bad things happen and then hid them behind the idea of celebrity." The defense spoke with feeling, but it was too late. The facts were clear. As the jury left to decide, the news outside was wild. People were looking at Oprah's life piece by piece. Some, like Monique, kept speaking out, saying Oprah's fall was long overdue. Others, like Piers Morgan, demanded Oprah be held responsible and looked at old interviews again to see clues of what happened. What once seemed harmless now looked like part of a much bigger puzzle. Inside the courtroom, it was very quiet. Outside, people waited anxiously when the verdict came. Oprah was found guilty of blocking justice, tampering with witnesses, and being part of a plan to hide evidence, but not guilty of trafficking. The proof against her was too big, but there was not enough to prove she did trafficking herself. Her punishment was 5 years, but she would only spend 18 months in jail. She also had to pay money to the survivors and go on a world apology trip. Not the kind of travel she used to dream about, but one full of pain and apology. Her empire was gone, and her famous show and good works would not be the same again. Oprah's good name, once full of hope and kindness, was now covered with words like hiding things, silence, and betrayal. The apology trip started in South Africa, where Oprah met people from her school. Some were kind to her. Others did not want anything to do with her. It was a trip to say sorry, but for many it was too little and too late. As Oprah traveled around the world, her name, once linked to hope, now reminded everyone how dangerous it is when someone has too much power. Her last words to a survivor were quiet but sad. As she said, "I failed those who trusted me. I will carry that forever." As Oprah kept traveling and saying sorry, people saw how deep her mistakes were. The world watched as she tried to fix what was broken, but the scars were deep. At every stop, people asked, how could someone so powerful and respected help cover up something so horrible? In Chicago, Oprah's home city, a protest grew outside Harpo Studios. Signs read, "Under the Angel, Justice for the Silenced." Her fans, who once loved her for her kindness, now wanted answers. Many had stopped believing in her because of what she did. Her fall was quick and painful, and yet the search for more truth was just beginning. Jaguar Wright, whose words first started all this, was now a star herself. Her live videos, once seen as the ramblings of someone upset, were watched by millions. What seemed like chaos was now studied for clues hidden in her words. Her warnings, once ignored, now looked like she saw the future. In Washington, the Justice Department was finishing its charges. Oprah's part in hiding proof was clear. FBI agents were looking at secret messages, money transfers, and hidden data from Harpo's computers, showing Oprah helped cover up the hurting of children. The $75 million payment to Diddy was a big part of what they were checking, but there was still more to learn. It was not just about Hollywood stars protecting each other. It was a group of powerful people from many fields. Russell Simmons was next on the list. and others were quietly being checked. Politicians who once praised Oprah were now staying away. The silence was loud as famous people tried to save their own names. At the same time, people started looking at Oprah's life again. Universities took away her honorary degrees. Owen Network was stopped for a while, and the boards of her charities quietly disappeared. What used to be signs of her power now seemed like shields to hide a woman who was not the hero she looked like. For some, Oprah Winfrey's real legacy was not about hope, but about helping hide bad things. Monique, who had criticized Oprah for a long time, did another TV interview and said Oprah cared more about being in charge than actually helping people. Her words were strong as she talked about her time close to Oprah and how she was pushed out for simply speaking up. At the same time, Gayle King, Oprah's closest friend, did something surprising. She said she would no longer work with Oprah and said, "I love my friend, but friendship does not mean you get off the hook." Everyone in the media world was stunned. The question was no longer what Oprah did, but how many people helped hide it. Law experts said Oprah's actions were not just a mistake by a good person. They said she was actively protecting criminals to keep her world safe. As Oprah's lawyers got ready for more court dates, the FBI's goal was clear: make sure the victims who had been quiet for so long got justice. Time was short and Oprah was getting cornered, but nobody knew what would happen next. Was this the end of Oprah Winfrey's work, or just the start of a much bigger story? As Oprah's future neared its final part, the news grew crazier. Her return to the United States seemed certain, as Swiss leaders could not ignore the US asking for her back. Law experts and diplomats worked hard behind closed doors. Oprah's lawyers held on to one last hope: ask for asylum because of race and gender unfairness. But as more people spoke out, the story changed. Oprah's good name, once based on hope and help, had turned into a story of betrayal and hiding. Finally, the day came. Oprah Winfrey, once the most trusted person in American TV, stood in court. The charges were serious: blocking justice, changing witness stories, and hiding evidence. When Oprah walked behind the courtroom doors, it was clear this was no longer about just one person. It was about a system of power, influence, and secrets that had stayed hidden for too long. The Oprah Winfrey trial had begun. The world waited to learn the truth.